morning, everyone. My name is Manju Bala, and I'm currently enrolled as a first year PhD student at the Department of Architecture at XJTLU, the University of Liverpool, UK. Prior to this, I've worked in various institutions as a lecturer in the Gulf region, including Ajman University in UAE and the College of Applied Sciences in Oman. While teaching at these institutions, I followed two different models of education: the curriculum from Auckland University in New Zealand, in Oman, and the American education system in UAE. But if I speak about my educational background, I studied in a British curriculum. Although both systems have commonalities, but there is a significant difference in teaching pattern, what I teach, and the pattern I studied with. To compare British education system to American curriculum, American curriculum provides students with the freedom to choose the courses during the different semesters in the program. But in British curriculum, in case the student fails, they have to wait for the next academic session to repeat the course. Additionally, in American system, each course has two lectures in a week, one for the theory and the other for practical. While in British system, there is only one lecture per week, which helps students to develop a continuous learning pattern, while splitting classes into two lectures per week in American system is a bit confusing and difficult for the students to follow up or to relate the theory to the practical session due to the time gap between the sessions. And to follow diversity, teaching students from different cultural background in the beginning was a bit difficult for me, but culturally sustaining pedagogy helped me to deal with the students overseas, and I had to tailor my lectures culturally appropriate. For example, it was forbidden to show uncovered body portraits during my lectures due to the students' religious values among Muslim students. Following teaching strategies in my class, my approach is purely student-centered teaching method, which allows and welcomes students to describe their imagination and ideas first, followed by the feedback. There are mainly two types of students who have a deep approach to learning, and the students have a surface approach to learning. So it's entirely on the instructor or the teacher's responsibility to create interest among both categories of students. Group work, group discussions, peer work, group presentation, and a short task always created interest among students and kept them engaged in my classes. In this way, students were able to comprehend the subject with the confidence. Apart from applying various theories in my classes, I developed my own style of teaching by quoting and giving relevant examples from their local culture. This was well received by the students and they seem to be more active. Evaluation is most important part of teaching and learning. I've been giving uh, good feedback to the students and on time. And I followed the approach of academician Peter Albo, and in which he's describing that students have capabilities and they must know that how to achieve them. And following his theories, I've been giving formative and summative methods of assessment to my students and by following these methods, I found out that the students were more productive, responsible, and they have understood the concept of self-employability as well. So, since several teachers are teaching same course in different sections, I invite them for the final evaluation too, in order to maintain a fair evaluation among students, and I ask them to be part of my classes sometime to share their knowledge. The role of research is also significant in the learning environments. Adopting this theory, I've always been an active participant in my department and shared my research outcome among my students. And I discussed the obstacles that I faced during my research to educate students about the different aspects of learning. And I believe in advanced planning. I focused on advanced planning of courses, assignments, mode of delivery, that sometimes leads to multidisciplinary approach in and it enriches interdisciplinary among students, and instructors also learn from this model. I face some issues in my teaching recently. For instance, I spend more time on individual students rather than the allocated time. To overcome this issue, I asked students uh, f- uh, to fix their queries within the allocated time, and secondly, attendance is also part of their evaluation, and I always had good attendance in my class, and I always encourage students to present their work professionally, and while my emphasis was on relating my teaching method to practical application. In my perspective, a good teacher must find out students background in order to create a suitable learning environment for better outcomes. Thank you.